Hello, it's me, Julian. Welcome to my channel. In today's video, I've decided to do a In today's video, I've decided to do a get ready with me quarantine because I have nowhere to go. So, besides my home. So, let's get isolated together. First thing I'm gonna grab is my primer. I'm gonna use the ASD Lauder Mattifying or Shine Control Primer. This is a best friend for people who might be oily, who want like a smooth texture, and also keeps your makeup on all day. I have normal to oily skin type, so for this, like, I don't use often because I don't need it as much, but I've been liking lately because like it gives that nice like smooth mattifying finish, and I can layer some dewy products on top. So best of both worlds, you know? So let's start with the eyes. I've already primed my eyes, so didn't know I was gonna be filming today, but my eyes are already primed. So all I have to do is apply the eyeshadow. I'm gonna do like a cut crease. I'm gonna use the James Charles palette, but no idea what I'm gonna use, so might do like a blue and a yellow. Who knows? So I'm gonna grab both my crease and bullet crease Morphe brushes. Yeah, let's do a deep blue. So grabbing my more dense Morphe brush with that blue in the James Charles palette, I'm gonna place it right here. I never really do blue with blue eyes because it's too much, but you know, it's this one occasion where I'm just gonna go like all in. So I'm just gonna blend this out. Just gonna do a little bit of a C. So I'm gonna add a little bit of that light blue in the palette beside the royal blue. Just gonna put that on the edge and kind of blend that out a little bit. So it's really about like adding more saturation in certain areas. Just gonna add more like here and like blend this out. Yeah. So now I'm gonna cut the crease with the Fenty concealer. I was gonna go a little above my eyelid. Let's grab my small brush and kind of diffuse that a little bit. Grab a little bit more. So literally after like 5 hours, it is now done. That took like some concentration, like breath. That was a lot. So I'm thinking of going over the line of the crease with like maybe a yellow. That'd be like kind of cool. Or maybe do like an orange, kind of like a summer vibe. You know, it's like spring and it's snowy outside. Kind of feeling summer right now. So I decided to put orange in the inner corners and like blend it out. So let's see how that goes. Oh yes. Okay. So I'm going to go as close as possible to the line. I'm actually going to put yellow there. I'm in love with this. Like, wow. So I'll go put some yellow in the line here. So I'm actually going to try something different. I'm going to try this yellow Anastasia lip kit and see how that works. If it goes wrong, then cool. I can just restart over. It's fine. I got time. I got literally the whole year, so grabbing on like a really thin brush. Oh my god, yes. I'm like so into it. I added some yellow powder on top of it to make it more saturated and pigmented. Like, yes, into it. So I think maybe blend a little bit of that orange a little bit more and then do the wing. Then it'd be like good to go. So now I'm gonna line my eyes with the Tarte Excess Kitten liner, like my favorite. Love it so much. And I'm just gonna start creating a little bit of a wing. Outer corners. Tell me this is dry. I swear to God, I literally just bought this. If you hear a lot of fucking noise, that's because my neighbors upstairs won't shut the fuck up. After like a million years, I have done my liner. That was kind of hard. I think because the layer of concealer was a bit thick, and when the liner was going through like on my eyes, it was like patchy and not like grabbing on. So that was a little bit hard. I had to use like 5 different liners, but we got there. And I put a little bit black powder on top so it's more pigmented. And yeah, like, love it. Cool. So let's now do complexion. So for foundation, I'm gonna mix two. I'm gonna use Kat Von D and also add tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. A tinted moisturizer from Laura Mercier. And I find that gives a really nice, like, I'm gonna close my palette. Like a nice medium, like buildable, like more like not too much, a little bit more sheer. And what I love about Kat Von D foundation, you can literally mix it with other products, especially like with her primer as well. You can do that too. Taking my little palette, mix it, and then apply it on my face. How's everybody doing? How's like quarantine time? How's the isolation? I'm like doing pretty good actually. Keeping myself busy, doing a little bit of reading, working on myself. Since I have more time, no, there's more things I can do, more things I can discover about myself, about what I'm doing in life. For concealer, I'm going to use the Hourglass Unveil Concealer. Is that what it's called? Yeah, pretty sure. The Unveil Concealer and the shade Silk. I also forgot the shade. The Kat Von D shade, I think it's Light 48, which is a little bit too dark. And then the Laura Mercier is Fawn, which is kind of oxidized a little bit in my skin. But if I mix with other products, like it's kind of fine. Because I'm usually light 47 in the Kat Von D, but, you know, skin change a little bit. The color. I'm not going to use too much of this because it's literally so, like, coverage. I'm just going to use my Sephora Pro Brush and just blend it out. I actually really do like this concealer because it's so lightweight and like smoothing a little bit where the coverage is so buildable and it doesn't cling on to texture depending as well as your skin type and skin concerns. But overall, like, not bad. For me, any concealer creases under my eyes no matter what I do. But like this one, like, stays on. Coverage is so nice. Like, it hides darkness. Like, so good. Cool, so let's go on to brows. I'm going to use my Anastasia Brow Wiz in medium brown. I use it all the time. It's not new. And I just got my brows waxed before everything went down. And I'm glad because they were literally like this thick. You could see a little bit of unibrow going on. Not cute. Not cute at all. And I'm just gonna fill them actually kind of lightly because I want that really full volume natural brow, which I love. My skin's actually looking not bad. Because sometimes when I use the Kat Von D, well, when I used to use Kat Von D all the time, it is my go-to foundation. I used to put so much on. Like, I think I used to do like 2 pumps of it. That was like kind of like a couple years ago, even like a few years ago, where I used to be like cheeks so chiseled, everything was so defined and not as blended and smooth. And you know, over the years, it got better at makeup. I would say like I'm so good, like pro. No, I mean I'm like pretty honestly am pretty good at makeup. But you know, over the years I learned a lot of things that works for my skin and that works for other people. I am no means a makeup artist. I had like didn't take any classes, didn't go to college for makeup. Just by experience, I see a lot of people layering products like on top of products and layering, and even though like it might look good in certain situations, maybe like cameras and like all that shiznit, but you don't need that much makeup in like real life, like pounds of makeup, like unless you're performing like in the entertainment industry, performing or whatnot, because you can see texture. You will see it, and there's no way of avoiding it. So less is more kind of idea, and I learned that throughout the years. And my makeup technique has definitely changed so much throughout the years. I've noticed it a lot, especially like last year, especially this year too, where like it has changed quite a lot than the years before. Wow. I am not shaming anyone. Like, if you want to literally put on some makeup, do it. You do whatever you want, boo boo. You do you. No rules to makeup. But there's theory. But no rules. Do you. Do whatever your heart feels like. To finish off my brows, I'm just gonna use the Gimme Brow and the setter from Benefit. I am 3 in the Gimme Brow. Just gonna comb through, give them more volume. I love this stuff. I probably said it before, I'll say it again. I love it. I love the setter. It gives everything your brows need, basically. So I'm gonna go back and forth a little bit. Just kind of builds back and forth and builds. Then I go in this guy and comb my brows through and make them more natural and volume looking. So using the shorter handles, shorter bristle to really get those fine hairs. Then using the longer side, and then that really separates and like sets them. To set my face and my eyes, I'm gonna use the cute little sample size Cover FX translucent powder, and then the Becca Under Eye powder. These are like my best friend. I really got into the Cover FX powder last year. It's just the translucent one, the light one. And just like really sets your entire makeup, like entire complexion. I'm just gonna use like a tiny bit of it because you really don't need much. If you're oily, you'll love this. They have a mattifying one as well. If you are more dry too, you could definitely use this. It doesn't have any talc. It's more of a natural-esque product, I guess. It just sets everything beautifully. And you can use a little bit under the eyes for the Becca powder. I'm just gonna blend more of my eyes here. It's creasing and I hate it so much. I tried everything. Maybe I should just use like a sheer concealer under my eyes. And like maybe use like a little bit of a brightening concealer and then more of a sheer concealer. Or even just using like a corrector before. I haven't really tried that. I've tried correctors, but not the right color. Maybe I'll try that next with like a sheer concealer. See how that works. So using a little bit with my concealer brush, tapping it here, and tapping it here. That's where I want the brightness and the setting to happen because that's where it creases. This is where the magic happens. You can probably see it like a little bit of a cast, but I'm gonna brush up after. I'm gonna set a little bit. I'm doing a little bit of baking, just a tiny bit. Whew. And also on the downside, this product is so dusty. So and the Cover FX too, you have to be careful. It's just so finely milled that you just be careful when using it. It can go everywhere. Cool. So let's do like contouring bronzer. I have my Sephora Contouring 101 that I had for years. I'm just going to use like this deeper color here. More is like that lighter. Using my contour brush. I'm just going to literally stamp, press, and shape. I had literally had this powder for years. Probably since like I began doing makeup. So that works though. I wish I still made it because it's actually really nice. Cool. A trick I love doing when I'm taking pictures or maybe going to an event or where there's going to be photographs taking of me, I like to go in with the Makeup Forever, the setting powder. yeah, Ultra HD like setting powder. And this is number 2, so it has a slight yellow tone in which it has a bit of color, but don't really notice it really that much. But this basically blurs out your skin in pictures because it has that 4K technology where pretty much like it smooths out your skin in pictures, kind of like Facetune basically. And I love using this. Even like I'm not taking pictures, it just like smooths everything out. A little bit of that powder underneath, so it actually settle into my eyes. Just nice. Kind of what you want. Lately, using a bit of that powder underneath my eyes because it actually smooths out my eyes as well. After I shaded my face, I'm going to use the Butter Bronzer from Physicians Formula. This is so good. Probably like one of the best bronzers ever. I also think it leaves like over time like a bronze like tint to your skin. Because I have used this like quite often, and sometimes I just want to take off the makeup like and like the next day I'm like, what is that patch on my skin? I think it's this. I'm not sure though. Maybe it does. I know like the Bare Minerals bronzer does that where you like you use every time you use skin. Like it actually bronze and tans your skin, which is pretty cool. I'm gonna do my lower lash. So I'm gonna finish it off with the blue. I think like the orange here and like the blue here. Grab my little small Sephora brush. It's going to take that light blue, lightly go over. I'm going to use the Everyday Cake glitter and Glam Rock in my inner corners because that's going to like bring the whole look together. For mascara, I'm going to use the Benefit Bad Gal. It is so good at giving length. Love it so much. After applying mascara, going in with the Tarte lashes in Goddess. These are so like fluffy, a little bit drag, a little bit like volume. So good. And a really good glue that everybody should get is for low lashes, glue is really good in the House of Lashes. After struggling for like literally for like forever to get these on, should have done mascara after, but when doing mascara lashes, I find sometimes a little bit hard, but honestly, it's gonna do mascara after I do put on my lashes. A lot more easier. I always do this to myself. So now for blush, I am going to use the Narcissist palette from NARS. Grab this cute little pink on the end there. I'm actually gonna mix it with the Tarte blush. This one's insightful. Very nice, like light, kind of like a, I don't know, light mauve pink, I guess. For highlight, I'm going to use the Starlit Liquid from Makeup Forever. It is thebomb.com, but it can be a little bit difficult to use, and how I use it and get the best out of the highlight is putting it back in my hands and just tap it with your fingers. If you go in directly with the applicator, it's going to become instantly patchy. So you really want to warm it up with your fingers and put it on the back of your hands. I find that's the best application. So final step is lipstick, and I'm going to use the Lolita Kat Von D lip liner with Velvet Teddy. So I actually use the Marc Jacobs Kiss Kiss Bang Bang lipstick. Velvet Teddy was a little bit too brown, but this was a little bit too of like a cool tone pink, but I put Dior Lip Maximizer on top and just blended everything together. Like, this is really nice. Like, I really do like that. On top for some setting spray. So this is the final look. Like, very into the hair, the scrunchie, the makeup, the jewelry, the nails. Like, yes. I'm ready to go in my house. Gonna look good for myself. That is all. I hope that was fun getting ready together and looking good for yourself. I feel like fantastic. I haven't done makeup in a while, so like this is really nice. Yes. I guess that's it. So peace.